What's up, everybody? Give me a moment here. I'm going to do the watch list for Monday. I'm going to share it with everybody, do my thing, and then I'll be right with you guys. One more minute, guys. All right. One more minute. I'll be right back. All righty. I am not on mute, so that's a good thing. One of the last times I was yapping away and I was on mute. I see a pattern, guys. I see a pattern here. I'll have to tell you guys. Can you guys hear? Let me go over to the channel here. If you're on, is that fan distracting? I have a fan kind of near me. It's supposed to be this like quiet $400 fan, but it's not so quiet, but it's quieter. It works. A little bit expensive. It should be a little bit lower priced. Dyson fan. It should be super quiet. I don't know what's going on. So is this too noisy or is it okay? If you guys hear this, just type in the chat. Is it good, bad, whatever? If you don't like it, I'm probably going to say too bad because I'm probably going to have to go with it anyway. So I'm going to build the watch lists for Monday now because I don't want to do it this weekend. I didn't take my nap today, so I'll probably give everything I got now. Take a nap, wake up, get a pizza, watch a game. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's Friday, right? Got to enjoy the weekend. But wanted to get this video in for you guys before Monday so you can study. So look at this, guys. Patterns, right? Look at the futures today. Green Day here, right? If you guys been watching, look at these trend lines. Dan, the trend line master, loves trend lines. We all love trend lines. Everybody loves trend lines. Super important for support and resistance. You can see this lower angular trend line here. Angular resistance right here. You can see it was touching base down over here. It was kind of in the middle of a triangle, kind of like a descending triangle, right? Price broke out of the triangle over here. And what did it do? Came back, retested a couple times. Been trading sideways over here. And you can see came back down, retested down over here, bounced up. Some indecision here. Traded sideways. And now you got this pattern right here. So you had this kind of this cup and this handle. But keep an eye that, let me see if it looks better on the hourly. Yeah, kind of, right? So kind of on the hourly, if you look, kind of had this like ascending triangle, right? Or you could kind of do it over here, kind of like that as well. Let me just look at the daily. So you can see kind of a flat top forming up over here. Go over to the daily. So see that? Now you could have potentially an ascending triangle. Price may want to break out. So keep an eye on it. See all these trend lines coming down over here? Kind of going across up top over here where it's got a break, forming a flat top. These higher lows being formed. So might be doing an ascending triangle, right? Got to watch all these patterns, support and resistance. So incredibly important. And look at that. All my alerts triggered today. 100%. Who's the man? There we go. So that's, again, You know, no coincidence. The alerts will trigger more on a bullish day if they're bullish alerts. So let's take a look and get into it for Monday. Let's see how much energy I have. Not much right now, so I'll probably have to crack some jokes to get through it, see what we got. And, oh, man, look at this. JAGX, huh? That was, look at this pump and dump today, huh? Oh, that was the one, yeah, we already looked at that one earlier today. Guys, you want to talk about the FU pattern? There you go. Big middle finger. Right up, right back down. Big FU pattern. I think David scalped that one this morning, I think. So am I going to put that one on the watch list? Nah. No, I'm not really liking the pattern on it. CODX. Let's remove the drawings. Kind of bull flagged and went up like that today. Right? So this is another one we were talking about in the trade room as well today. I don't know if I'm going to put that one on as well. Thanks, Frank. I said that to more to be silly, but if you want to call me the man, that's cool. All right, so this one a bit overextended on the daily, so I don't know if I'm going to put that one on. CLWT, nah. Nope. Nope. Possibly. So we're looking for, again, stocks that are holding their highs on the day or holding their lows for potential continuation up or continuation down. We're looking for patterns, support, resistance. And so this one is holding its highs on the day. You can see prices in this gap right now. So watch for potential continuation. You can see, again, it's been kind of holding its highs. This is where you can then do what Dan loves. He's the trend line master, what we should all love. Look at that. So now you can find a trend line, right? I don't know why the heck that's... I guess don't pay attention to it on the daily, but kind of watch it over here on the intraday. Now you got your trend line. It's holding its highs. You want to see it continue. You see it was at 128. It's in the gap. You know, watch if it could fill the gap in continuation. Oh, thanks, Frank. Watch for potential continuation. So, again, if it fills the gap, you want to see it continue up and not fall if you're bullish on it. And then you can see some resistance right at that 50 SMA and obviously $1.50 as well. You can see, what is that? Right around that 147 range, these areas here. So, it's one to keep an eye on, right? See if the gap fills and continues up. So, back to our trusty alerts, right? Writing. Here we go. So, watch for potential. Always got to use the word potentially, right? Because you never know. Watch for potential gap fill around 139. Then watch for resistance at 150 and then 50 SMA. Oh, my wrist. So get above that 140, then obviously 150-ish range over here, and then the 50 SMA around 164. All right. Nope. Possibly. Really overextended on the intraday, but there is a gap. So there's some resistance there at that 563 right there, that 50 SMA. And then potential gap between 591, 628, holding its highs. That's TRVG. 563. Let's see. All right, so watch if price can get above the 50 SMA and then go up to fill gap. Above 591-ish. All right. So watch if price can get above that 50 SMA, that purple line, then watch between 591, right around here, 91 to 628. Let's do that. To 628-ish. Always got to say ishes because you can't see completely, right? So watch if price can get above the 50 SMA and then go up to fill the gap, fill gap above between 591 to 628-ish, right around here. TRVG. Oh, I forgot to put the other one on. TRVG. What was the other one? LKM. All right, what else we got? Nope. 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 Good old tops. Piece of crap. Stock. Nope. Don't like that pattern. SESN is holding its highs. You can see there's a double top, right? So there's a double top up here. This is the base of the double top. Now price is broaching back at the base of the double top, so it may want to continue pull back a little bit right over here, right? So price falls, comes back up, retests over here, rejects down, but may want to continue. So this is one to keep an eye on. You can kind of draw, yeah, kind of that way, or if you can want to do it this way. Here's 1, 2, you could draw your trend line up like this, right? Kind of extends. So right here, it needs to get above that 255 marker. And then you kind of have this trend line that you can kind of keep an eye on as well that extends out to the future. So it's one to keep an eye on. Again, very important to do trend line, support, resistance. If you're new, very simply again, real quick sidebar, take our courses. We can't stress it enough. Don't buy our alerts and buy a stock just because our alerts go off. Make sure you read about our alerts here. Take our courses, learn patterns. So incredibly important. Dan did... we actually have a few under our member section over here, some trend line videos that teach you how to draw these trend lines and patterns. So that's where, again, it's all about support, resistance, and patterns. So incredibly important. So on our daily watch list, again, we're trying to scalp 10, 15, 20 cents, right? Do you want to hit a home run? Absolutely. James, I think it was earlier today, made over $1.13. $1.13, I think it was, on his trade. Incredible trade today. Textbook how he did it. It's fantastic, right? Big winner. Do we all want to make $1.13 on trades? Absolutely. But that's not realistic to do every trade because that's going to be, you're going to get caught up in greed a lot and then lose a lot of money that way. So you have to take your smaller wins along the way as well. 10, 15, 20 cents. Those all add up, right? If you, you know, make 10 cents a day over 5 days, that's, you know, 50 cents. If you're buying, where's my brain now? If you bought 1,000 shares at a time, that's $500, right? So someone could be like, it's only $500. Well, it's $500, right? Times 4 months or times 4 weeks, that's $2,000 a month. So you guys, you gotta, we all want to make $1,000 a day, right? Who doesn't want to make $1,000 a day? But don't ignore making $100, $200 a day, right? That money adds up. If you make $200 a day, that's $1,000 a week times 52 weeks. That's $52,000 a year, right? So, you know, you can do that. You could do 2 scalps of 10 cents, and there's your 20 cents times 5 days. Obviously, you're not going to win all the time. I'm giving you guys some averages, right? You'll make some days that are more and some days that are less. But think about it. You can make 10 cents. You know, I'm not going to say easily, but it's easier. It's not that hard to make 10 cents scalping on a trade if you just wait for the right setup, right? But I think a lot of people, they try to hit the home run. They want to make the 50 cents to $1, and they're ignoring. What's up? Grab a beer. How's it going? And they're ignoring those 10-cent moves. Those 10-cent moves add up. Again, 10 cents a day. You know, you make 2 10-cent scalps or 1 20-cent scalp. Buying 1,000 shares, $200 a day times 5 days. It's $1,000 a week, right? It's more realistic, guys. $1,000 a week, 52 weeks a year, 52,000 a year, trying to scalp 10 to 20 cents a day. That's day trading, right? So SESN. What am I going to put here? Watch if price. Awesome, man. Good to hear. Or woman, I'm not sure. Watch if price can get above base of double top and look for resistance between 275 to 3-ish. So watch if price can get above the base of this double top, right? There's a double top. Top, double top, failure, base here. Price fell down, coming back to retest. Now it's resistance, needs to get above the base of the double top. Then, oh, I said, let's see, let's change this to 275 to 3-ish. Then look right, you can see some resistance right in there, as well as obviously 3, and then 350. So that's SESN. I always want to call this one Tattoo, TTOO. Nope, don't like it. SE, It's overextended, that's for sure. 16.99 resistance. Let me do this. So it's getting close to yearly highs. You can see some support. I'd look at this one as a potential short. It is very overextended. It keeps coming up. Now, when I say short, doesn't mean it's going to completely collapse. You can see it's been bull flagging on the way up here. But you can see pull back here, pull back here, pull back here. This one might want to pull back a little bit. There are shares to short on Thinkorswim. It's getting near a yearly high. It may continue, right? It could go up a little bit more. I'd watch it for, you know, if $17 rejects, watch it for a potential short on the way down, and you know, might be a decent short. Some support down over here. So with shorting, you sell high, higher levels, and you buy low to cover. So whereas longing, you buy here on a breakout and you sell high, right? Buy low, sell high, or buy at a, you know, support level, sell at a resistance level. Shorting, you sell high and then you cover at these levels to cover your position and keep the difference. Right? Let me see here. This is kind of messing me up. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to mute you for 1 second. All right, I think that worked. I have so much stuff hanging from my computer, and it's making noises and stuff. And like when it's there, I might as well just fix it in the moment than forgetting and then doing it later. Yeah, those are good figures, right, Frank? So if you're referring to the scalps or the money I was saying before, you guys, yeah, again, going back to like, we all want to hit home runs, right? Who doesn't want to make $100,000, $200,000 a year, right? Who doesn't want to make $1,000 a day, right? But you can't ignore it's the days every single day. You're not going to make $100,000, $200,000 a year until you can cut your losses, take days that you're going to lose money, scalp 10 cents, scalp 15 cents. You're not going to make the $1,000 days until you can make the $100 days, $200 days, or take the $50 loss or the $250 loss, right? So incredibly important to know. So this one I'd be looking at as a potential short. It may go up. It may reject off of that $17 mark. I just watch for it to pull back a little bit for potential short. What is it down here? 1573. So at or below. Price is overextended. Watch for potential pull back, possible short with support in 1570s. Around. So price is overextended. Watch for potential pullback, possible short with support around 1570s, right? So if price goes up and rejects at $17, right, it may want to pull back a little bit before bull flagging and going up or falling. If 1631 rejects and it falls, it could fall right down to the 1570s. So do your math, right? Here's how shorting would work. Because we're always trying to teach you guys. Guys, again, I can make these videos 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, here you go. Here's the watch list. And you're not going to learn much of anything, right? People like to do that. We're trying to teach you guys. Very important, right? Price goes up, rejects, let's say, if it doesn't make it above $17 or it starts to fall this area, it may give back some of its gains. Many times it'll give up half a candle before it bull flags and continues up. If that's the case, take 1631 minus, what was that? 1573. So that's 58 cents. So here's shorting if you're new. Let's say you had you shorted 1,000 shares of SE. Let's say it fails this area, 1631 doesn't go up. The pattern shows it's going to reverse. That means you're negative 1,000 shares of SE to your broker. If you covered, so you're negative up here, then you cover, which means you become positive, which means you keep the difference. So if this short presents himself, now you make 58 cents on that trade. So you short 1,000 shares, you cover. So instead of buy low, sell high, you sell high, buy low, right? So it's not confusing. Sure, I know shorting sounds confusing, but it's not. You're negative 1,000 shares to your broker. You're selling high, you're negative. Then you buy low, ideally. Obviously, trades go against you. Now you're even, and you keep the difference. That difference is 58 cents, right? If you had 1,000 shares times 1,000, so you can make 580 bucks potentially, or further, right? I'm just saying if you bought 1,000 share blocks. It could be less if you bought less. Shorting, I'm just trying to show you how shorting would work. Doesn't mean this is going to completely collapse, but these are support levels. If this level fails, it could fall right down to the top of this ascending triangle as well, down to $15, right? So that could be a nice potential short. It could continue up as well. Just because it's overextended doesn't mean it won't continue. Then you got to watch $17. Maybe it goes up to 17, rejects, then falls back down, and then you can kind of look at it from there. SE. Today, $444 gain. Then, well, you still were net positive, Chris, so good job. We all take losses. Everybody takes losses. Don't let people fool you. The best traders in the world, we say it over and over again, they fail 30 to 30 to, let's say 30 to 40% of the time. All right, so this one's holding its highs. Look at that bull pennant right there, or bull flag. You can see some resistance right at that 793. Might be setting up right here, kind of a double bottom. Or even a triple bottom. Bottom here, bottom here, bottom here. Then Dan will love this. Let me do this. I always love talking to you guys and think I hear the delivery driver in the background, because usually it's some type of clothes or something that I'm buying. Clothing addiction. All right, guys, so watch this. Right here, trend line coming down over here. So now you have resistance. Look at that. Crossing over right at this point, right as well. You can see right here, kind of in the middle of this, kind of a descending triangle here. It might get a pop, but it's got some room. If it can break above here, it's got some room up to $8. So, and it's, you know, on the intraday chart, might be setting up right here. See that? Kind of ascending triangle, or kind of a pennant. So watch for a potential break with some resistance around $8. So at or above. Price may be moving up in descending triangle. Watch for resistance at top of channel around $8. Cron. I think I like that one the best so far, potentially. So you can see support around these areas right here. You see multiple tests of support. 9 and 20 crossover, might be trying to break out. And then you can see this angular resistance right up here might have some chance to move. Cron is the one I like the best so far. You're welcome, Dan. All right. Ooh. Interesting. Meat. Let me do this. So right here, so a bit overextended on the daily. Zoom out over here. You can see there is a gap between 455 and $5. So see that gap on the daily? Flash forward over here. Price at $4. It is very overextended, but it may be doing a, you know, look at this. Let's do this. Trend lines. So you might be looking at holding its highs. It is overextended. May want to go up more, kind of as an ascending triangle. May want to break out of it. If it does, look between $4.50 to $5 and then watch for it to pull back. Again, these are ones you're trading them for momentum, not looking to necessarily swing trade these, right? You don't buy high and then sell low, right? You want to look for, ideally you want to get entries down right over in here, right? But this one might have a continuation day. But watch these trend lines, watch the patterns. A bit overextended, but watch for potential continuation with resistance between $4.50 to $5 in the gap. All right, this area right up in here, flash forward back over here. Where is it? Right here. $4.50-ish to $5. Bada boom. The gap. Resistance. Meet. Is that a social media? Or is that a dating website? I think it is. Meet Me. I'm assuming. Maybe that's getting some life. Maybe someone's looking to buy them out. Who the heck knows? Oh, there's a gap over here. Always find these gap, guys. Very important. I didn't really like this chart, but then I was like, huh, right here, gap. Right around that 413 to 488 marker. So it is a bit overextended. It could pull back. See, it's just like doing nothing, trading sideways. So it's tough to see these ones sometimes, right? They're not doing much of anything. But you can see that gap, right? 410 to 492. Might be setting up for a breakout over $4. Put some resistance. I need a nap. Trading room. When you're at the end. What does that mean, buddy? What do you mean, Chris? What do you mean by trading room? Am I going to plug it? If you mean, am I going to go on a rant? Then probably. Man, sorry, guys. My wrists and my forearms are all messed up from being at my computer. Good thing I got a massage on Monday. Here we go. Trend lines, guys. Bada boom. Right there. Kind of got that one. I guess you can kind of do it up there. Yeah, kind of, right? So follow these trend lines. It's a bit messy. This is not the greatest of one. But you can see higher lows are being formed. Might be looking to break out above $4. 410 to 490. Kind of has that almost a bigger ascending triangle, right? Let me go to an hourly. So you can kind of look like right over here. Not the greatest, but may have been already kind of right up over here. Kind of has that ascending. You guys kind of see that? Higher lows being formed, and it kind of test here, kind of a test here, one over here. Might be wanting to continue, so what is that? 410 to 490, so... Watch for potential continuation and for potential gap fill between 410 to 490-ish. RTTR. Oh, ouch, Mr. Brown. B-Town, Mr. B-Town. Was in with Codex, then I hit my power bar, and the computer shut down, booted into a 7. Oh, ouch. Yeah, take that one in for a moment. Ouch. Happens to everybody, unfortunately. Ouch. That's why having backups, maybe have your cell phone up, be logged into an app, have a secondary computer, maybe have, if you're on a trading computer, have a laptop up, or have your cell phone logged into your computer on your cell phone. That way you could potentially get out. Sometimes there's an unavoidable, but yeah. Ouch is right. No. Good old here. This piece of garbage is going back up again. Son of a gun, huh? Look at this piece of garbage. I don't know if it's a piece of garbage, but Just reminds me of a piece of garbage. Like doing this and then going up like this and pumping all around. This will be one fun to watch. So let me go to the hourly. Ah, look at that, huh? Dan, the trendline master. We all love the trendline master. Dan, find these trend lines. Watch it. This will be interesting to watch. See these levels, resistance up here, kind of support here, maybe trying to break out 2040 range. Might be some resistance. You know, go to the daily now. Now you can see kind of a pennant pattern forming, right, guys? Take our course. Might be setting up. It's showing some weakness here a little bit over in here on the 5-minute, right at the top of this channel. It's going to be interesting. It could pull back a little bit since it's in here, but it's going to be one to keep an eye on. So let's put it at watch for potential breakout with resistance at between 20 to 2036. All right. Watch for potential breakout with resistance between 20 to 2036. Kind of right in here, this range right over there. HEAR. No problem, Chris. Speaking of backups, do you guys plug one or all of your screens into the UPS? That's a Dan question. I'm really not doing that because when I'm usually... Again, Dan's better at multitasking than I am. I can either teach or trade. I'm terrible at teaching and trading together. My brain just has not computed. Maybe after a while of talking to you, because you see me, I go on tangents, I space out, I XYZ, and then I'm like, what the heck am I doing? So usually I'm either teaching or I'm trading. Dan is much better at doing both. I just don't have that ability right now. Someday I will, or someday I won't. I don't know. So me, I'm not really worried about it as of right now. I have a battery backup, but I also have my cell phones and stuff as well. So, you know, I can be logged into an app, so I'm not really worried about that. I just been focused so much on just teaching you guys since we launched doing the live screen sharing that I'm not really worried about trading right now. As after a few months go by, then I'll probably think about it some more, but right now I'm not as worried about it. We joke with people. If people give a crap what my trading account looks like or what I'm trading or how much I'm making, then they can go pay somebody else to be their brokerage account hero. I like that terminology. I thought of that, brokerage account hero. Man, you see so many of these people, guys, right? Doesn't matter. Who cares what we're making? Who cares if we're making nothing? Who cares if we're making money? Who cares if we're trading or not trading? We're just the theory of this. Guys, we're always trying to give back and help you guys. If someone doesn't want to pay us $10 a month because they give a crap what we have in our brokerage account, then they can go pound sand. They can go pay someone else $200 a month. Let them. If they want a brokerage account hero, they can go pay someone else. Right? We don't care. Laser focus. Yes, true, Harmeet. Very true. I have this. So Dan got me set up. I got this UPS. The problem is I'm staring at a UPS thing right now, and it hasn't been working, but I have a feeling because it's not plugged into my desktop, which I think Dan said it didn't need to be plugged into my desktop. I could be wrong. So it hasn't been working, so I'm staring at it, and I probably just have to go under my computer and plug it into my desktop, but I don't feel like doing it. Yeah. All right. All right, keep me on focus, guys, so I'll go on another rant like I usually do, so I don't want to do that. I'll save the rants to the end. That's overextended. That might want to pull back. Let me kind of zoom up because I want to try to get to the swing trade watch list for you guys. And then I need to order a pizza and take a nap. Oh, I kind of like it. Cup and handle patterns, guys. I don't like this garbage, but I like this. And look at that. Cup, pull back, handle going back up, right below $1. Watch that bad boy break above $1 maybe at some point. That might be setting up nice. MGXMF. Oops. MGXMF. What the heck is going on? Hold on, guys. MGXMF. All right. So let me do this. Sorry, guys. I'm burnt right now. Tired. 890, 0.925. All right. Watch. Big. What is this? Big cup and handle. Watch for potential break out over $1. Over $1. Resistance up in these areas, 150s. Resistance in, I mean, there's resistance all over the place on this one, but I'm just going to put watch for potential breakout over $1. These garbage, you know, these penny stocks, man, they have no rhyme or reason. They just pump and they dump, right? So sometimes it's hard to get resistance on them. 150, I mean, you're going to have resistance right here. Right? Up in here, but there's all resistance in here too, right? MGX, MF. How do I get my charts to come up not blank and have to manually adjust them or autofocus? Not sure what you mean, Chris. So whatever I do, whenever I get my charts like this and how I like them, right, set up however I got them over here, I go up here and I always click Save Grid As, name my grid, and then it's up over in here. So you'll see I have multiple grids. And at this point, if something ever happens, I could just click on this. So every time I log in to Thinkorswim, it shows my grids like this. Because I always go in here, Save Grid As, and so you can go into Filter Studies, save your filter studies. That just does your studies, but it doesn't save your whole screen. Anytime I get it perfectly the way I want, I go up here, Save Grid As. Hopefully that helps you. Does that help, Chris? Nope. 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 That one's a bit overextended. We already have a bunch so far on the list, so I'm going to kind of zoom in, try to get to the day trade watch list or the swing watch list. This one I might put on just because it's a higher priced one. That's UCTT. Let me see. Trend lines. Let's see here. This one's tough to get. Let's see. I kind of broke out down over here. This one may be trying to move up. Let's take a look. It's a bit overextended. Let's go to the daily. There is a 9 and a 20 crossover. I don't know. It's a little bit close to resistance for me. I don't know if I want to put that one on. Let me look at a couple higher price ones just to see. Blank. Do you have the color symbol links? See how I have my links over here? These colors over here? I have them linked. These links with the color. I have red to red. And then I have my watch list red, so they all link together. Not sure if that helps you. If that makes sense. I have everything linked. Take a look at this one. So you can see this one kind of... Let me do this. All right, it's been kind of falling right here. It broke out of that down channel. Let me go to the daily. Trying to see the pattern. Kind of an inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Broke out. Now you see needs to get above $15, but then it keeps extending upwards. There's a lot of resistance on this. It could still go up, but I don't know if I'm going to put that one on. All right, that's it for the daily one. All right, let's see if I got... Give me some encouragement, guys. I'm going to try to do the swing trade one for you guys right now. My forearms are killing me. Give me 1 second. Gotta push through, push through. All right. All right, so that's the daily watch list. I'm going to go into the swing one. I'll get this done for you guys. Then you guys can study this, relax for the weekend. And it'll all be done. NTNX. Right off the bat, one that I might look at. Let's see. It's kind of breaking out right now. You can see trend lines. Guys, if you're watching this saying, how the heck is he doing that? Take our courses, study. Takes you looking at, you're going to have to look at thousands of charts. Thousands. I didn't say dozens. I didn't say hundreds. I said thousands, because that's what it's going to take. Thousands of charts until you can draw these things. So NTNX possibly, you can see the EMAs kind of pinching right now. The 9 might start to cross over. Got to keep an eye on it. You can see some resistance around $60. Needs to get above that 57.60 marker as well. So now this is one I potentially look at now and look at the option chain, see if there's anything good on it. Lots of open interest. I like this. I like this. Lots of open interest. The bid ask spreads, 25 cents, a little bit more than I want. But you can see over here, there's one that's 10 cents. That's pretty good. 20 cents. Excuse me. So I'd put this on there, one to watch. Again, I like to, for ones that I put on the swing trade watch list, I want to see something that's going to potentially break out or break down. For options, I want to see high open interest, at least hundreds, if not 1,000 plus or more. I like to see a lot. You know, I like to see hundreds, if not 1,000 plus. Then I like to see a tight bid-ask spread, ideally under 15 cents, sometimes up to 20 or 30 cents, depending on the stock, depending on the open interest, because it might move. This is what the end of the day is here now. It might change on Monday. So again, I'm just showing you guys stuff that would be a straight call or a straight put, right? But obviously, many different ways to trade options. Take our options course and then look under our members only videos. We teach you how to trade spreads as well. So again, I'm not going to, there's so many different things to go through with options. I'm not going to explain them all, but this is my theory, what I'm looking for, my criteria, looking for something that could potentially move. Then you're going to decide, are you going to do straight call, straight put? Are you going to do a spread? Obviously, you want to protect yourself, so doing spreads is very good, but sometimes people don't have the money in their accounts to trade spreads, so that's that. We also always recommend, if you can afford it, give yourself enough time to expiration, and if you can, buy in the money. So we always recommend high open interest, tight bid-ask spread, buy as deep in the money as you can afford, and give yourself as much time as you can afford. That's, again, if you're just buying straight calls or puts. All that to say, NTNX, I'll put that one on. See if it can get above that 57.70 marker. (9/20) EMAs. Pinching. Watch if price can get above 57.70 with resistance at $60. And I meant to put this 56.72 at or above 56.72. 9 and the 20 EMAs are pinching. Watch if price can get above 57.70 right there with resistance at $60. You guys paying attention? Very important. All of this stuff, guys. This is the stuff over and over and over. You know, many of you guys might, you know, especially if you're new or whatever, take for granted we're making watch list videos showing you support, resistance, doing live trade rooms where we're showing you support and resistance all day long. If you haven't been to other groups, they don't do this. They charge you. Trading communities charge you hundreds of dollars, if not thousands plus, in their courses, thousands of dollars to teach you all of this non-stop support and resistance. Most trade rooms, if you join them, they're literally calling out what position that they're in and when they're getting out. They're not sitting there over and over. There's some, definitely more than $10 what we charge, that we'll talk about some support and resistance, but the majority of them are not just pulling out chart after chart after chart after chart after chart and showing you support, resistance, here's what you do, this is what you do, yada, yada, yada. But this is trading. Very, very important. So don't take it for granted, if you're new, that this is just the norm, right? Because it's not. Trading's super hard, and it's so important to know these patterns and support and resistance. Let me do this. All right, so it's close to filling that gap. It's right at resistance, 40, 30. It's got a little bit too much resistance for me right now to potentially put that on. What's that show? They just seem to sail indicators, really? Oops. So this one's very interesting. I can see possibly a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Maybe a neckline going on right here. Right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Possible inverse head and shoulders. 9 and 20 crossing over there. Has some room to run. Let me go to the hourly. Got some room to run. Let's take a look at now the thing I look at is the options chains. Then there's no options, right? So all that, I look at all that stuff for you guys, and then I see, okay, no options. And realistically, most people don't have the money in their account to trade a $52 stock. That's why I don't put it on for you guys. Don't want to put crap on there for you guys. That one kind of has an inverse head and shoulders as well. Let's see. So you can see kind of a double bottom pattern right here. Double bottom, kind of bull flagging here, right? Has some room up to potentially that $84 range. Let me go to these triangles. That's where they get a little bit tricky. You got to drill down into them. I'm torn on this one, what I feel about it. Exactly, David. It's very simple. Yeah, we can give everything away for free to you guys, and at the end of the day, we're still competing, right? Hold on. My screen's buffering. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just rebuffer this. See what's going on. Let's see. Am I back moving around here? All right, cool. Yeah, so yeah, again, it's code, it's competition. Everything's competition. Of course it is. Sure, are you talking about the trader's code, though? If we're talking about the trader or the trading room or other companies' code, I think we broke that a long time ago. We don't care about codes. It is what it is. Ride or die. This is what we're doing. What we're either is going to doing is what we're doing is either going to continue to work, which is going great, or eventually it backfires. So hopefully it doesn't backfire on us. So it's working. We're doing well. We're happy with it. I'm happy with everybody. And at the end of the day, am I happy with Hilton? I'm just thinking too much about Hilton. I just don't want to, I don't know how I feel about it. You start getting in these triangles, they get a little bit trickier, right? This is another one right here. Yes, it's another one that might be trying to double bottom, potentially wants to break out. It's just lots of this choppiness. It's all with these triangles. See these kind of triangles, guys? Gets a little tricky. Maybe trying to break out. Let me go to the hourly. But it can hit resistance as well, right? So it just gets messy in here. So I try to, unless I see a better one, I kind of try to avoid those for you guys. So this one, NTAP. Trying to connect this channel here. Let me do this. Do this one. It'll be like this. Right. So now it's kind of trading this channel right over here. And you can see it's right smack in the middle. So there's definitely room for this one to run. NTAP. And it's right smack in the center. EMAs are pinching. So again, this is one to keep an eye on. NTAP. There's lots of open interest, or not lots, but there's enough. Tight bid-ask spreads. So yeah, I'm going to put that one on there for you guys. NTAP. Finally. Yeesh. And there's some room to run up to $75. Again, doesn't mean it's going to, but do your due diligence. Take our option course. Look at spreads. Don't just buy a call on this just because it might go up. You know, again, this is in this pretty wide channel, so 69.71. Price in middle of channel with room to run. Watch for resistance at $73. 72.85. So you can see, so resistance at 72.85 right up here going across, and then it still could run up. You know, just keep an eye on this trend lines, right? There's angular and then horizontal support and resistance. Important to see them all, or both. Awesome show. Appreciate it. Thank you. SCHW, Schwans. That's another one trading in the channel, but it's not looking very great at the moment. IRM, no. Inverse head and shoulders. Keep an eye on this one. I don't know if I like it so far. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, gap. It's so... This is tough with these ones that trade sideways like that. They can break out or break down, you know? So it's like... the pattern's looking decent. Let me look at the hourly. And you have an inverse head and shoulders here too. It's definitely one to keep an eye on. I don't like this candlestick here, but you know, you can see the left shoulder. The heck? There we go. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder might be trying to break out. I might put Ben on it. BEN. One to keep an eye on. If the price can get above that, if it could break out over here, it's got definitely some room to run. Or is it going to break above 34? 89. 34.89. Big inverse head and shoulders on daily. See if price can get above 34.89 and go and fill the big daily gap. All right, big daily gap. Inverse head and shoulders. Watch if it can break above, then go and fill the gap. All right. Thanks, Jojo. Appreciate it. We try. For those of you guys watching this video on replay, if you're wondering who I'm talking to, it's people. We're doing this live. So if you want to catch in on the action, then make sure you catch us when we're live, so then you can see the comments. All right, let's see if there's another one to take a look at. Swing trading's an art. Trading's a whole art form, but there's so many different swing trade scans that you can do. Ah. Look at this one. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at that gorgeous inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, gap, setting up, and then now is the magical question, is there options? So borderline. So 30 cents is just so, it's borderline. But that's the end of the day today. Maybe Monday it'll be better. That's a beautiful pattern. That's too beautiful to ignore. It's setting up for a breakout potential. Not saying it will, but look at that pattern. Left shoulder, big head, two heads, big one, double bottom, broke out. Left shoulder, double bottom, form this into a head. Right shoulder, neckline, right near a gap, 2467 to 2760. It's hard to ignore it. 24. The heck is that? 2456. I'm going to put this. Major inverse head and shoulders. Watch if price is getting ready to break out and fill daily gap. MTSI. And that's that. Colton, just wanted to say that I'm learning so much from the Best Buy Candlestick Patterns course, and I appreciate the amazing content. Awesome! And being able to understand each candle formation. Love to hear that. Super awesome. Yeah, guys, I'll show you guys this again real quick. Right here. Again, if you haven't joined us on Facebook, if you're just spying on us on YouTube, here is our Facebook group if you want to join us. Again, speaks for itself, almost 30,000 members. Keep all the spammers, the trolls, the garbage out. Really great place to learn. So if you're new, come and ask people questions over here. Great community, safe community, really great, good stuff. Here's our fan page. Like and follow us for our updates. So that's that. Over on our website. Again, oh, by the way, I'll show you this. We didn't create this candlesticks background. Speaking of candlesticks, right? This is one I just typed in candlestick patterns into Google, and I liked it, so I put it on here. And then I kept staring at it, and I'm like, huh, why don't we create our own? So that's when I had a bright idea one day. It actually was a good idea. It just took a lot out of me, but it also really helped teach me a lot as well, is that, again, candlestick patterns, guys, are so incredibly important. We can't stress it enough. So I kept staring at this, and I was like, this would be nice to have our own version of this. And then I said, I want it cooler looking. I want it more artistic looking. We have a great artist, good friend of mine, Matt. And so I was like, huh, why don't I, because I'm super obsessive compulsive, I'm like, why don't I go and do like for every candlestick pattern? So what I did was I then took all the patterns, as you see, if you haven't been over to our website yet, bullishbears.com. If you head over there, yeah, oh, by the way, we are going to be doing the ebook. The ebook's getting closer and closer, so we are going to do, so I'll show you that, and I'll show you what I was saying, and then I'll tell you in a second. I then said, okay, let me go to candlestick patterns, all the big courses or patterns, and then let me go to all the reversal patterns. So if you can see over here, our candlesticks course right here, Look at this. Look at all these videos on all real world patterns on every single one of these patterns, right? So you see videos on all of these patterns, right? And then, as you can see, there's videos for all these patterns. And you'll see we also have blog posts for all of them. I'm slowly updating them over here. But we have videos and blog posts for every single pattern, right? That's, again, on our patterns course, right? Then you have advanced candlesticks. This is going to be the reversals, which are all of these. See right here? We're going to be replacing all these pictures with some newer artistic ones in the next few weeks as well. My artist is basically going through every single one of these, making them all look cooler. So you'll see, look at all these patterns, right? So then, so basically did videos and blog posts for every single pattern. It's probably about 50 or 60 of them. Then we're taking all of these patterns. And what we did under our members only section, we have 2 videos under there, how to trade candlestick patterns and how to trade candlestick reversal patterns. We show you on every single one of these patterns where to enter and where to have stop losses. Then we took all of them, and then we took both courses and we've put it into an entire ebook, which we finished writing the ebook. So our artist is now taking all these patterns and he's doing them into 3 desktop backgrounds that are going to be 3 of them. One's on bullish patterns, one's on bearish, and then one's going to be on candlestick reversal. So it'll be this, our version, artistic, and you have 3 different desktop backgrounds that you'll be able to intertwine. And then we took all of these and we put them into the ebook as well. Guys, do you know how much time that took? So much time just for those 2 courses. Never mind the other $3,000 plus worth of courses. I don't need to tell you what we're giving to you guys, but I feel like I need to, but I'm not going to just... Oh. What I want you to do is I want you to go and spend $3,000 elsewhere, so then you realize the value of what we're giving. So do us a favor. Take our free courses. Dan's going to laugh. Take our free courses. Then go over to Google. Type in day trading course. And do yourself a favor. Go spend $1,000 to $3,000 in other places that you'll see. Go pay for them. And then come take our free courses. And then you'll see the value of what we're offering. So go pay someone else $3,000 while you're taking our courses, and then tell us how our free courses add up to the $3,000, and let us know if we're on par. Oh my God. Some people, I want to shake them. Let's see. I love how the videos hammer the fact that you can get bogged down trying to, the specific pattern. Yeah, some people bog themselves down with the patterns and they're missing, to have them be exact. Candlestick patterns are not always going to be exact. Have you now finished the ebook? Yes, I finished writing it. Yes, so I finished writing it. Probably going to get it to our artist next week. I have to go through what I did for you guys. You'll see as I basically had him go. And he's literally went through, just to show you guys how tedious this process is. We went through like on all of these types of candlesticks, all these things. And then he was literally going through and he's like photoshopping out all of the extra candlesticks and zooming in and then adding entries and stops. So it's such a tedious one. I've had to go through like every single one of these patterns. So you'll see all of these patterns are going to be edited out and just wiped out all these candlesticks. So we had to white them all out, then get rid of the yellow circle. It's just very tedious. So the ebook is done, but obviously we don't like to put out crap or garbage. So it's going to be the editing process all through that, make it look good, yada, yada. We don't want to give you guys crap, right? And guess what we're going to charge you guys for the ebook? Nothing. Right? And there's still people that are going to ask us, do you guys give a free trial? Do we give a free trial? Come on. People. Right? Very simple, right? So we have our trade rooms over here. Thousands of dollars worth of content. Very simple. If you want to know, very simple. Google, right? Are the bullish bears worth it? Bullish Bears review. If you want to know if we're worth it, type in Bullish Bears review and look over here. Bullish Bears reviews. Oh, Facebook. Let me click on that. Let's see if the Bullish Bears are legitimate. Read our reviews. Guys, very simple. Not going to tell you how good we are. Let people, if people like us, they're going to like us. I'm not going to say anything right now. And then you'll notice, I will say it, then you'll notice we have 3 1-star views. I wonder what you'll see when you go to those 3 1-star reviews. Nothing. You'll see trolls, people that don't leave comments. So there you go. You want to know if we're worth it? Type in Google Bullish Bears review. Read all about us. You'll figure it out. That's it, guys. Seriously, I'm not going to talk anymore because I've talked enough. Subscribe. $10 a month. We cannot, I don't know, there's really not much more we can give you anymore for $10 a month. I'm sure we'll figure out a way. We always seem to find another way to keep giving you more. But really, at this point, I can't really think of anything more. Awesome, Frank. Love it. I am done. I'm going to put this together. I'm going to email it out. I'm going to get me a nice, I think I'm going to do a small hamburger, mushroom, and pepperoni pizza. I'm a Greek-style pizza fan. I grew up in New England, so I love Greek-style. There's many people that love New York-style. If I was getting New York-style, I probably wouldn't add hamburger, mushroom, pepperoni. I'd probably do single topping or plain. I am a fan of New York-style, but I'm more of a Greek-style. If you're from New England, you get kind of what I'm saying. So I'm going to get me a small hamburger, mushroom, pepperoni pizza, maybe some Doritos. And then I'm going to maybe take a nap and then wake up, watch some TV, and that's it. That's my day. Life of a trader. All right? That's what I got for you guys. Happy weekend. Enjoy. We'll see y'all on Monday.